Welcome this beautiful afternoon to Buena Vista, Virginia. I am Scotty Winterton, joining you in the booth here at Knight Stadium on the Knight Sports Network. We have a game today that we're bringing to you live this afternoon with the rain just subsiding. It looks like it's going to hold off for the rest of the match. We have your Knights coming in at 6-3-2 on a two-game winning streak, and they're going up this afternoon against the Greensboro College Pride women's soccer team. The Pride come in to this contest with an overall record of 3-6-2 and 1-1-1 in conference. So 4 points in the conference. That puts them at tied for fifth in the conference. The Knights come in tied for third. In conference, they are 2-1. Yep. And it's going to be an interesting match this afternoon because these two teams are trending a little bit differently. The Pride come in having lost or tied their last three games. The Knights come in having won 4 of their last 5, losing to Mary Baldwin back on the 28th. With 35 seconds left in the game, the Fighting Squirrels were able to put a ball over the hand of the keeper, Abby Bloxham, and able to take away a win there. So the Knights are also doing really well in the scoring column, having scored in those 5 games 16 goals. And conversely, the Pride come in their last 6 games have only scored, the last 7 games have only scored 2 goals. That being said, they have a very stout defense, have not in those 6 games allowed more than 2 goals, 4 total in those 7 games. So this is going to be an interesting struggle here on both sides. Can the Knights offense compete with the back line and then the goalie play of the Pride, and can the Pride find the back of the net against starter Alyssa Truman? She gets the nod this afternoon to start. We'll see Abby Bloxham most likely come in to take the second half start, something Coach Dahl has done all season long. The Knights came in picked to finish 9th out of 10 in the conference as far as the Eastern Division goes. And I think they're living up to higher expectations, tied for third with only maybe 35 seconds away from really being tied for second against Meredith, who has 7 points. So the Knights are doing a great job of being able to find the back of the net, play stout defense. Right there we see Alyssa Truman go up to punch the ball. And that was a really hard collision. Looks like it's, let you know who that is when I can see the number a little bit. She pops up. Tough player. That was number 18 for the Pride. Logan Schnabel is the leading point getter for the Pride. Very active player up top. Looks like she's going to stay in the game. They're still checking her out. She might come out. Yeah, it looks like they're going to pull her out for now. She has 4 goals on the season. Like I said, the leading goal scorer for the coaching staff, Jordan May, the head soccer coach. She's standing on the sideline right now. Looks like they might be able to put her back in if she's okay. I don't know if they're going to sub out for her. Coach is going to play man down for a minute, see if they can just put her back in as soon as play stops. Smart. Schnabel, definitely a tough player. She has 4 goals on the season, 16 shots, 8 shots on goal. So good shooting percentage, good shot on goal percentage as well. She does a great job of playing that point position. Ella Thomas lets that ball run through her legs. She did not tip it. So Ella Thomas, who plays in the middle of that back line, anchoring that with Annalise Huber, both of them doing a great job where Coach Dahl, instead of having a sweeper behind that line, he's been able to move that sweeper up ahead of them and enables a little bit more play in the midfield. McKenna Winterton there on the ball, gives it to Kaya Lindgren, and Kaya finds her up the wing. It's a dangerous situation. This is where the Knights have been able to create a lot of scoring opportunities. Winterton looking to find, I think it was Gordon on the run there, not able to get it to her. Ball gets kicked out of bounds. Winterton might have done better there to put the ball in the air since she had a defender on the ground between her and Cassandra Gordon. Winterton looking for a handball there. No dice. Referees often hesitant to throw that handball in the box. In the last game for the Pride, Winterton with a little bit of a, I think she was trying to pass that, maybe pop it over the goalie's head, not sure. Starting for the Pride in goal is Lindsay Fox. Fox has garnered a good bulk of the minutes for the goalie play. She's played in 9 games. Pretty much all of the play except about maybe a fourth of the time total from Hannah Rice, who's played about 2 games worth total. And Fox comes in doing a great job with 46 saves and 1.35 goals against average, total of 11 goals against. And that's really not, they're doing very well on the defensive end. It's more on the other side where they only have 7 total goals on the season in their 11 games. Just a little over half a goal per game. So that's really going to be the testing spot for the Pride. Can they get a goal in? They're going to try and hold it to 0-0, maybe squeak in that 1 goal. If they can, their defense is stout enough to be able to handle this Knights offense overall. So, and that'll be the real test. You see Maddie Leal getting back, running that ball down. 50-50 with Skylar Mathis. Maddie Leal is a defensive freshman, 5'6", out of Spokane, Washington. She's a biology major. She was a valedictorian with letters of mark in soccer, track, and in French. Very talented young lady. Knights, we're really lucky to get her out here. Coach Dahl doing a great job in recruiting smart, athletic soccer players. Really the hallmark of this team, their athleticism. Technically, there's some players that are really good, but they're young and they're athletic. Cassandra Gordon here on the ball is a perfect example of that. Gordon is a biochem major, sports medicine minor, and she helped lead her ECNL team there out of Boise, Idaho into the American Cup Championship, and they won that game. So she was an ECNL North American Cup champion, which is a really, really good team out west. The ECNL has some great competition. That league is fantastic as far as club soccer goes. Nice one-touch from Roberts. And Lindgren taking a left-footed shot, came off funny. Smart play. She was just outside the box. Not a bad idea. Not able to capitalize on it, though. For the Pride, as I mentioned, Logan Schnabel comes in with the most points. However, with the most shots is Natalie Habik, number 15. She plays an outside back, does a great job. You'll see her on the right side here getting forward. Dangerous position, but the referee, not sure what he's calling there. He called a foul. Flag was not up. Maybe a handball. Or I guess the flag was up. He just put it down quickly. All right, they're calling offsides. Natalie Habik, as I mentioned, she's got 19 shots on the season with 1 goal and 2 assists. She has 9 shots on goal. Very dangerous player. When she gets forward, take a note when number 15 is on the ball on that wing. She's going to be very dangerous. She's got a really good foot, strong. She can shoot from far outside that box. The Knights are going to need to put pressure on her as soon as she is carrying that ball up. Gordon turning the ball over in the middle of the field, looking for Winterton. not able to connect. Good dispossess from Huber, and now Roberts back on the ball. She's got McKechnie ahead. McKechnie throws it up to the middle. Not really any specific target there, just trying to get it to the middle of the field. That'll be something to watch out for. How can McKechnie, Lindgren, Winterton connect up at the top there? McKechnie is actually playing a midfielder role, but you'll see her press forward really hard. She really likes getting up and putting pressure. She's an active player. The connection between Lindgren and Winterton has been really good all season long. They lead the team in shots, points, and goals, with Winterton 8 goals on the season. Here she is on the ball looking for Gordon. Just intercepted there. Great defense from Kiara Hemmons, a freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. That back line has been very stout so far, keeping really good marking positions on the runners for the Knights. Good job finding number 15, as I said, Natalie Habik, right there, dispossessed. Cooney Lyles trying to work with Lindgren and not able to connect on that pass. Lyles has a good motor. She'll get up and down. And this is really where Greensboro has struggled, in these connections in the final third. There you see number 18, Logan Schnabel, trying to find her midfielder teammate, Svea Ekstrand. Not able to connect there. Natalie Habik is a senior player, 5'7", out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, Kellum High School. Been in this system for quite a while. She's got speed and she's got power, so it'll be incumbent on the Knights to really watch this right side of the field. Good control there from Ekstrand. All the way up to Huber over the top. The Pride are running a 4-2-3-2 system. Take that back. Sorry, a 4-1-3-2, where they're really only going to have one sweeper kind of in front, a similar setup to what the Knights run. We see a lot of 4-2-3-1, where the teams are running just one keeper up top. This is onside. This is dangerous. Good run on that ball from Schnabel, but I don't think that's where she wanted to put the ball. She had an opportunity to find the back post, and she put it right into the hands of Alyssa Truman. Alyssa Truman was in good position there, but that back post was open. The Knights were running on. Annalise Huber was trying to connect and put pressure on Schnabel. But Schnabel had all the time in the world to take that shot. Maybe let her angle run a little dry on that. But that's exactly the way that I think you'll be able to see the Pride take advantage of the kind of system the Knights are running right now. In the last game, there were against Emory and Henry, there are 2 situations, as well as the game before against William Peace. There were a couple where the teams were able to find a trip right there. Flag goes up. Winterton wins the free ball. Dangerous place. Right about the top of the 18. About 6 yards above. Perfect opportunity for Tea Tauli with that left foot to curve this ball in on a foot or head of a Knight player. Right at the top, over the head of Winterton, but finds the head of Lindgren. She's not able to redirect it to the goal, just pops it up over the left post. And you'll see something interesting here. Not a lot of teams do this, where they'll have a back take this kick, but because of the strong leg of Habik, she's going to take a lot of those goal kicks. And what that does, you're trading numbers at the midfield. We have a yellow card coming out right now, early for that. I think that was against Logan Schnabel. She grabbed the arm of Annalise Huber and pulled her down. They were fighting for that 50-50 ball. Usually the ref will give a little bit of a warning there. Maybe he already had. I don't know. That thing came out quick. Over to Maddie Leal, and Roberts looking for the run of McKechnie. McKechnie trying to get it on to Lindgren. She does get it on that foot, but the ball gets poked out of bounds. And it'll be a Knight throw-in. McKechnie and Lindgren connected on the first goal of the last game. A great cross. Winterton creating a good opportunity for McKechnie. McKechnie down the left side and crossed it over to Lindgren, who was able to finish on a deflection right in front of the goal. Knight's doing a good job here of controlling the ball, controlling the pace of play. Misplayed there from Cooney Lyles, but long ball up the right-hand side from Ekstrand. Doesn't find anybody, and Truman will reset the transition for the Knights. Turnover from Huber. This is dangerous. Ekstrand again on the ball. She's going to look to her middle, and they're going to look to the outside. Habik, good job putting that ball down, and they're going to, oh, nope, no touch from the Knights, and it'll end up a goal kick. So it's these plays, the one that went over the top earlier to Schnabel, and this play right here getting forward with Habik is really the most dangerous offensive plays that you're going to see, that the system really is set up and the players themselves for that to be their most dangerous attacking. You'll see if when the camera pans out now and then, you'll see this back line generally only have 3 players on the back line, because what Coach May wants to have happen is on the strong side where the ball is, he wants that back getting forward. He really wants to play an extra back forward and create opportunities. They did that a lot in their previous game in the 1-0 loss to Mary Washington. Really strong game from Greensboro. Mary Wash had the bulk of the possession time and the bulk of the scoring opportunities, but again, they were only able to put 1 goal in, and that goal was in about the first 30 seconds of play, 45 seconds of play. Then they held Mary Wash, who's a very good team, out of the Capital Athletic Conference, the conference that the Knights were in prior to coming into the USA South. They did a great job stringing together defensive plays and really stopping the play of Mary Wash after that first 30-second goal. So I think you'll see the Knights hard-pressed to get in behind this defense. They have a very good goalie in Lindsay Fox. Both teams have created a couple good opportunities thus far, equal opportunities. Leal finds Tanatauli, and she'll reset from the midfield. Cassandra Gorton on the left-hand side. Gorton, a very athletic player, young, still developing some of her technical skills, but she's got a very offensive mind. She sees this field very well, and as her technical skills develop and advance, she's going to be a very dangerous player for the Knights in the future. Again, like most of these players on the field, freshmen and sophomores is the rule of thumb for the Knights. Long kick from Habik. The Knights should be able to win most of the first touches on these long kicks, having a player up. Gordon looking to find the cutting McKechnie, and it falls to the foot of Roberts, who kicks the ball out of bounds by about a 15-yard wide margin. Not a bad idea again. The Knights are taking some shots from 5 to 10 yards outside the box. Have yet to really put anything dangerous on goal with that. But if you're the Pride, you do not want to give up too many of those opportunities because when you have a goalie that's 5'5", which is very common height for college soccer, at least in Division III goalies, those spots below the bar are open. We have a trip right here. Annalise Huber went down. Looked like it just inadvertent feet getting tied up with the feet of Logan Schnabel. Ref allowing some time for her to get back up. Annalise Huber, really a stalwart in the midfield, done a great job getting herself involved in both the defense and the offense. Young player, freshman out of Henderson, Nevada. Sure, her dad, Doug Summer, watching, older brother, Hunter. Looks like she's going to be okay. You guys know she's tough. Annalise's psychology major. Another ECNL player, 4-year varsity player as well. We'll forgive her for liking the Las Vegas Golden Knights. She should be a Washington Capitals fan, but we'll forgive her. Everybody's got to have at least one flaw, right? We get a throw in now from the Pride. Good job keeping that ball. Nope, flag went up as Skylar Mathis tried to keep that ball in. Tall, lean player from Vinton, Virginia, went to Williamsburg High School, 5'7". She'll get up and down the field. She does a great job getting back on defense, but also gets forward on offense. She only has 3 shots on the year. McKenna Winterton trying to run on this ball. She gets there first, looking to take on the defender. That's Brittany Daly. The cross to Winterton goes off the post. Ball is there, and it goes in. Kaya Lindgren with the goal. Off the shot from Winterton. Might have been a cross. I think we'll have to call it a shot since it hit the post. The crossbar up top. There were 2 Knights there off of that. Winterton won that ball as she went up against Daly. And then just put an awesome right-footed cross. Goes off the bar. Gordon was there. Oh, no, I don't know who they're going to give that goal. It's going to be an own goal. Sorry, Lindgren did not touch that ball. I thought Lindgren might have wrapped around and kicked that, but it was an own goal. That's just an unfortunate moment for the Pride. Yeah, you don't like when that happens. Looks like it's number 13, Taylor Harrison, coming off. She tried really hard to run back and get to that ball first. She tried to touch it and control it and was unable to. Looks like she ran into the post just a little bit there at the end. Also, I'm sure Pride's hurt a little bit. Those are unfortunate plays. Just trying to control the ball as it came down. And it bounced up on her a little bit, so that'll definitely be an own goal. So the Knights go ahead 1-0, 20 minutes into the match. Unfortunate for Coach May and his squad because, as I mentioned earlier, scoring has been the struggle for this team. In the last 7 games, they have 2 goals. Only McKenna Winterton's onside. She's got another chance as that ball went out. She goes high, looking to go near post. She had 2 runners on the field as well. I know McKenna Winterton has been trying to find that back post in practice and see if that's something. She gets in those opportunities many times. She leads the Knights with 40 shots. I think she'll now have 42 shots on the season with 70% of them getting on goal. Problem is, it's just a 20% scoring percentage. She'd like that to be higher, for sure. She does lead the Knights in goals with 8 goals. One of the leading scorers in the conference. Knights with a little inside-outside play now as McKechnie trying to run onto that ball. Again with Brittany Daly, senior from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Cedar Ridge High School. Pride able to get to that ball, put it out of bounds. Knights throwing the ball in. Winterton with good control. Ref says the ball stayed in. Annalise Huber getting forward, something she's done a lot lately. Not able to control it, though. Good fight from Lindgren. This back pressure from Lindgren and McKechnie, they do it very well. Both are really energized out there when they play. Winterton trying to find McKechnie on the run. Roberts does, though. Numbers back for the Pride. You see Sierra Tursich doing a good job of contesting that ball. 2 subs now coming in for the Pride. 1 coming in for the Knights. Kovac. I think that's Kovac coming in. And no. Macy Holver and Hannah McCarthy coming in. And it looks like that's Fowler coming in for the Knights. Lauren Fowler. Lauren Fowler is another freshman out of Saratoga Springs, Utah, Westlake High School. Fowler's a child and family development major. She's a varsity soccer captain back at Westlake High School. Academic all-region in both girls soccer and girls golf. She also had some experience in broadcasting. Maybe we can get her up here in the booth and broadcasting for the men's games. Huber looking to get over to Leal. Not able to connect on that. Smart play. Leal, I know Coach Dahl wants those right backs, left backs getting forward. She needed to be on her horse right there a little earlier. Smart play by Huber. Again, these freshmen for the Knights, Maddie Leal, Huber both being one of them, are really learning how to play at the kind of speed and aggressive yet controlled play that Coach Dahl wants to be a hallmark of his team. Good ball there and good control from Lindgren. Lindgren looking to reset. She's got space ahead of her. She was looking back, but the space was in front. She's going to try to find Gordon on the early look. Tana Tauli does a good job taking that ball out of the air. Now she finds the foot of Gordon. Gordon's got, that was Lindgren trying to make that run on the right side. Good defense from the Pride, clearing that ball out. The Knights are controlling the majority of the possession time here, and it's going to be a difficult road back if the Pride can't start connecting with each other, using the midfield rather than just going over the top. They're not really playing a 2-high system right now. They're clearly a 1-high system. Looks like they may have dropped another defender back. We're running more of a 4-2-3-1. 2 holding midfielders with the 2 recent players, Holver and McCarthy in the midfield, along with Skylar Mathis. Number 18, Logan Schnabel, is still on the yellow card, so she's got to be careful of her play. So far, the Knights have 3 shots with 1 on goal. Only 1 shot from the Pride. No corner kicks yet from either team. Winterton nursing a little bit of a thigh injury, is going to come out as Jamie Kovac comes in, plays the left back position, and looks like Cooney Lyles will push into the midfield. On the right side, on the left side is Gorton, and in the middle is Lauren Fowler for the Knights. Roberts and Tanatauli playing the holding midfielder positions. Winterton comes into this game with 5 goals in the last 4 games. 2 multi-goal games and 2 one-goal games. And responsible, though she won't get credit for that last goal. She was the one that put it on the frame. Really playing well. 2 weeks ago, she was the USA South Conference Player of the Week. Gordon now has got space in front of her, waiting for runners. Got a little impatient there, putting it forward to Lindgren. Lindgren has space again in front of her, but chooses not to take it. The Knights are going to need to get these backs forward if they're going to create more numbers. Since the Pride went into a 4-2 on the back, the Knights are going to need to get more players forward to generate opportunities. I don't know how long Coach May is going to stay in this formation. Probably the rest of this half, but at some point he's going to have to start putting more players forward. Dangerous position for the Knights. Great job. Daly taking that ball out, though not able to connect. Maddie Leal fighting a 50-50 with the left midfielder there. Skylar Mathis, a sophomore. Good job finding the point on attack there. Now Schnabel looking for teammates, not able to connect. Kovac and Gordon fail to connect themselves, and now a throw in here from the Pride. Habik looks to throw a ball down the line. Ella Thomas runs onto it and just puts it out of bounds. She had both her goalie and Huber available to keep possession. Roberts now looking to just move the ball back up the field. A little nervous. Coach is going to want some more connection here. Oh, ball was tipped. Stay the Knights ball. Lindgren with hard over the top and Fowler running onto it. Gets the ball over to Roberts. She's got Cooney Lyles on the wing. And she goes there. Lyles staying just onside. Opportunity, puts the ball over the top. Really nice ball in. Great job from Lindsay Fox. Staying on that ball. Just a little bit far for the running Knights forward and midfielders. Gordon, Lindgren, looking to connect there. Players falling down all over the place, but the Knights retain possession. Common theme so far in this half, the sure-footed play of Tanatauli. Reversing the ball over to Kovac, and the Knights will look to go inside out. Oh, Ella Thomas not connecting well, but Tanatauli making up for it. Gordon with some speed, looking to go up against Habik. Inside out, opportunity. Nice job dispossessing her. That's Brittany Daly doing a great job on that back line, marking up players and being there in defense. Tanatauli not happy with the grabbing of, well, what she thought was excessive grabbing. The referee did not agree. Just good physical play. Fowler, good control of the ball as the Knights look to be patient here. Working through the midfield. Tanatauli finds Kovac, left back coming up. Now there's a lot of Knights in this attack. Ball goes through, and Roberts has an opportunity. 2 on her, though. Good double team. She's looking to connect. She has Kovac back here. Kovac could find a runner. Playing with her head up, not able to find what she wants, so they'll reset. Nice footwork from Tantauli, but she plays it just a little far for Cassandra Gordon. Those were dangerous moments for the Pride because the Knights had so many players in that attack. 2 players coming on now for both teams. Paulson coming in, number 22, as well as number 27, Bailey Allen. Number 16 for the Pride coming in, that's Kelsey Jarrett. Also subbing in is Carissa Rogow, junior from Warsaw, New York. Nice opportunity there for Roberts. Tried to turn on that ball, not able to get around on it the way she wanted to. But again, just right at the top of the box. Those are dangerous shots. Coach May has done a great job reaching outside of North Carolina to find players. I mean, they have a decent number in North Carolina, but they also have players from Florida, a couple from Florida, Ohio, New York, a good number from Virginia, Maryland, and Delaware. So he's really reaching, going all over. Greensboro is a fairly well-known university, very good school. He's taken advantage of the name of the school and the reputation they carry and really reaching out across the eastern seaboard. Bailey Aland, strong physical play from her. Back to Truman, and Kovac now has some space upfield, but she's being pressured. Good 1-2. Fowler looking to connect back to Roberts. Gordon on a good job overlapping. And a great ball on. Smartly played out there, though, by Lindsay Fox. She had Cooney Lyles coming in hard on that. That was a really good look from Cassandra Gordon as she came across the midfield. Good exchange of positions, but Lindsay Fox smartly recognizing the danger there, coming out to the very top of the 18 and gathering that ball. Knights with the throw in, but they have 2 players waiting to sub in. See if that happens. Yep. Ashley Jones coming in up top for Gordon, and also there was a 1 sub for the Pride. That second sub for the Knights was number 26, Kaylee Wardle. She's a defenseman, 5'6", from St. George, Utah. And subbing in up top was number 3, as I mentioned, Ashley Jones, another freshman from Palmyra, New York. Palmyra, Pennsylvania, Palmyra Macedon High School. Listed as a defenseman on the roster, but the last 4 games or so, she's been subbing in up top, playing more of that center forward position. This one looks like she's going to be playing at the center midfield, maybe a false 9, playing underneath Kaya Lindgren. So 10 minutes left in this game. The Pride have yet to really put a dangerous ball on goal, minus that kind of one run, as we saw Logan Schnabel run onto a long ball. But the shot itself wasn't really that dangerous, but the play and the opportunity itself was going to be a very dangerous situation. Still, that's the only shot on goal. This one goes off the side of the net, and Alyssa Truman will start us up. The Knights are now 5 shots with 2 on goal, forcing 1 save out of Lindsay Fox. Nice recovery from Fowler after she put that ball into the feet of the defender. This is more like what I think Coach May would like to see out of his players, really having a little patience. Was Paulson not able to control that pass, and now there's a 3-on-4 situation, but that ball that was put back across the top of the 18 didn't find a foot on the Pride. And we'll have a throw in for the Pride. So the defense of the Pride is holding up, playing strong. There have been several opportunities for the Knights, but that back line has been very strong, anchored in the middle by Kiara Hemmons. Though the Pride with Natalie Habik out, I think they're going to struggle a little bit to find offense on this right side. That was some of their best offense. Oh, I saw they moved Habik to the left. So they move her over there, seeing if he can't create some more opportunities on that left side. And she's moved to, I think she's playing more up as a forward right now. So he's gone back to that 4-1-3-2 setup. I think you'll see Habik getting forward and back, maybe playing more of a left midfield than a left forward position. But that's what he's going to have to do, Coach May, generate some offense with numbers. Nice high ball from Fox. Thomas, the first one to it. Clever pass there from Roberts. Didn't really find the connection, but now she finds Allen. Very strong right foot. Doing her best Huber imitation. That pass did not find Cooney Lyles on the wing. Good thought. Execution just falling short. And out of bounds. Not bad ideas from the Pride. Just need to execute a little bit better. See if they can't have some control and get forward with that ball. The Knights do lose a good bit of offense when they take Winterton out. She has, coming into this match, 40 shots on the season. There's a lot of setup, but there are still a good number of players. Kyle Lindgren with 24 shots on the season. Gordon has 8. Mabel Harris, who had an ankle injury 2 games ago, missed the last game because of the passing away of her grandfather, and she went home over the weekend and came back yesterday, I believe. Condolences and prayers to her and her family. So, I'm not sure if she'll get in this game. Her ankle still hurting her a little bit. Feels like she could tape it up and get back in there. She's a really, really tough player. Wore a mask to protect her face first 3 or 4 games of the season. Very much looked like Batman. If you go look at the Instagram pictures, you can see early Instagram pictures from the season have pictures of Mabel Harris in that mask. She looked really scary. solid starting midfielder for most of the season. Be good to get her back. A little bit back and forth now for the last 2 minutes of this half. Knights not really maintaining much possession. Greensboro returning the favor, not retaining much possession of their own. Roberts on the double team. Now she's just got a single player. Nice inside out move. Good hitch. She finds the Lindgren running on the ball. Lindgren throws her head in the air. That was a really neat opportunity for her, and she just missed it. And then the battle over there on the left wing between Cooney Lyles and number 11, Sierra Tersic for the Pride. The Pride end up winning that battle and results in a goal kick. I think that'll be Tersic. Yeah, that's Tersic that's going to take this kick. Ashley Jones first to that ball, and Cooney Lyles looking to connect with Lindgren on that left-hand side. Miss hit from Cooney Lyles. Also, so mentioning Mabel Harris with 10 shots on the season. McKechnie also has, and that's number 10, has 11 shots on the season. Taya Tantauli has 13 shots on the season. Tantauli without a goal yet, but does have an assist. She's got a really dangerous left foot, does a great job for the Knights putting that ball in the box on set plays. Ashley Jones smartly puts it out to Roberts. She's at the top of the box and looks to take a right-footed shot. It goes right to the arms of Lindsay Fox. Rain starting to come down here a little bit. It's a light rain with a bit of a east to west breeze. Polson did a good job letting that ball run past. Now she's looking to find a wing play, but deflected out from the Pride. Roberts, really one of the most improved players on the team. You can see it in that last couple situations. Great job on the ball, technically speaking. Also smart play, being aggressive. Roberts has 10 shots on the season, 2 goals. Sorry, Roberts has no goals, but 3 assists and 5 shots on the season. She's more of that setup player. She does a great job from that center midfield, playing both in a defensive position and in an offensive, getting forward, creating opportunities for the Knights. Ashley Jones was the first to get to that ball with her head, but pokes it straight up in the air, and then it's kicked out at midfield. Aland wants that ball for a quick restart. Looks like we've got a classic Virginia rain coming. Generally speaking, these rains come in. You'll get about 20 minutes of rain, and then it blows through, and you're going to have a beautiful sky after that. Keep our fingers crossed that's what happens. High ball up in the air, misplayed by Fox as Jones runs onto it. She's got an opportunity. Not really finding the mark. Roberts was marked. Jones needs to get her head up there before she puts that ball. She also had Kovac looking to support from her left back position. Ashley Jones doing a really good job getting her head and feet on the ball in the last 5 minutes, making the most of her opportunities. It's going to be a call right here from the ref. Not exactly sure what he called. See, he makes that wall move a little bit back. He's going to call, he called a late kick there. Ball put in, very dangerous, punched out. It's still in front, and the ball is kicked in by the Knights. That was a great job by Lindsey Fox getting first to the ball, but her punch didn't put the ball far enough out. I'll tell you real quick, sec, who scored that. Couldn't quite tell. I was blocked by the... With just 10 seconds left in the half, that goal was from Sydney Cooney-Lyles. Great job by her playing the rebound. Unfortunate situation for the Pride. You know, it was just a little bit of a touch that gave the Knights the free kick. Felt it was a little bit ticky-tacky from the ref. And then the punch from Lindsey Fox just didn't get it out far enough, and looked like, I think it was Ella Thomas that was able to keep that ball in off the deflection, and then Cooney-Lyles finishes it off. Nice job finding the roof of the goal. So good work there from the Knights. If you are a Knights fan, finding offensive and defensive success, holding the Pride to a shutout, all while scoring 2 goals of their own, both of which a bit unfortunate for the Pride. That being said, though, the Knights dominating time of possession, dominating shots, 8 shots to 1 for the Knights. Neither team generating Pride only generating 1 shot, and 1 shot on goal, and 3 saves for Lindsey Fox. No corners for Greensboro. The Knights did have 2 corners, and as I mentioned, 8 shots with 5 being on goal. So for the Knights, your leading shot takers, Cooney-Lyles, Sydney Lyles, with 2 shots on goal, and that goal to end the half. Roberts has 2 shots. Kyle Lindgren has 2 shots. Winterton has 2 shots. So the offense very much being dispersed all across the offense from the attacking forwards and into those 3 midfielders. Cooney-Lyles doing a great job of supporting the attack in that. I think she really stepped up and played solid the last 15 minutes of that half. If you're a Pride fan and you're wearing green right now, you're going to need to see a little bit more out of Habak and a connection with Schnabel. Those two had some dangerous opportunities. Schnabel really had the best chance for the Pride. It was that 1 shot that they had. Could have gone far post, a little bit of a miss hit, maybe rushed it as the Knights defender was playing onto her. The defense for the Pride has been really good. Lindsey Fox, I apologize. Lindsey Fox is a really good goalie. Plays her position really well in terms of where she sets herself up between the pipes. That punch was unfortunate. They didn't get a little farther, just running onto hitting the foot of Ella Thomas before it could get outside the box. And then the unfortunate own goal that they had, where Taylor Harrison inadvertently tipped that ball in the goal. So we have about 12 minutes left in halftime with this rain still slightly drizzling. We'll take about a 10-minute break, come back, and talk about the second half. And welcome back to the second half of this contest between the Southern Virginia University Knights women's soccer team and the Greensboro College Pride women's soccer team. Halftime is just completed, and we will have teams switching sides as the Knights come out to defend a 2-0 lead. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, I think that the Pride are going to have to push forward with a few more players, see if that connection between Habik and Schnabel can be a little more effective with a couple more players involved in the attack. The goals were a bit unfortunate, an own goal and a deflection as Lindsay Fox went to punch the ball out and not getting as far as she wanted it to, and really kind of a bit of a not so clear foul called to set it up. The Knights will come back onto the field with most of the same players that they finished with on the field. Lauren Fowler will be playing right midfield. Roberts at the middle. Tanata Uli playing the holding mid. Not Kovac. Can't tell. No, Sydney Cooney-Lyles on the left in the back. Maddie Leal on the right. In the middle, as normal, is Ella Thomas and Annalise Huber. Kaya Lindgren and Cassandra Gorton on the left side over there. It looks like, well, Gordon will be on the left midfield, and I'm sure Kaya Lindgren will play the center forward position back into that 4-1, 4-2, 3-1 set that Coach Dahl's been running for most of the last 4 or 5 games. Looks like the Pride will have most of their starters back in. Kelsey Jarrett, who finished out the half, is also in at midfield. And looks like they're going to stay in that 4-2, 3-1 set as well. Habik is now on the left wing in the back line. Oh, it looks like, as I was wrong, Jarrett's going to be playing in a fullback position, I think. No, I was right. She'll be in the midfield. All right, connection now. Good stuff from the Pride. The kinds of things that I'm sure Coach May sat there and talked about. He spent most of that 15 minutes really working with his team in the corner of the field for that half. They didn't really get back to any kind of real warm-up. He had a lot to say, and I'm sure it focused on how to get forward and maintain a little bit more control. I think they have an opportunity to go over the top. They have some speedy players. Number 18, Logan Schnabel, is on a yellow card. That's important to remember. Nice throw in, good control. Schnabel now goes back. Again, this being a conference game, and both teams will have a few more conference games to play out before the season's over. But every conference game is so important. The Pride do not want to stay at 4 points because they are only 1 point ahead of Salem and North Carolina NC Wesleyan, The Knights, if they can get 3 points here, will push them ahead of Meredith and Methodist, but both are, I believe, playing games today as well. Roberts looking for Lindgren. Great job on the right side there from Carissa Rogow, the 5'7" junior from New York, Warsaw, New York, shielding off Cassandra Gordon as Gordon was trying to get through the blocking move of Rogow. Just a bit of a hopeful kick onto goal there from Gordon. Hemmons will take that goal kick. And Knights again first to that ball. That's what you give up, and having a fullback take that ball is the numbers up ahead to play the first touch on that. Foul called rather from the head referee, and about 20 yards short of midfield we'll get the strong foot of Habik on the ball. Good kick upfield as it looked like probably counts as a shot from Jarrett. The new Knights goalie, as I mentioned at the beginning of the half, Abby Bloxham, is in, as Coach Dahl has done all season long. McKechnie overruns that ball, misplays it. Dangerous spot to turn the ball over, but as number 22, Skylar Mathis out of Vinton, Virginia, tried to find her teammate running up the field. That was Maddie Bentoncourt. First time we called her name tonight. Senior, 5'2", from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Quince Orchard High School product. And that's been a bit of the theme for the Pride throughout this game, is just a little bit far with this pass and maybe a little bit behind with that pass. So their overall connection and possession time has just not been what they need in order to not only stifle the Knights' attacking offense, but create opportunities of their own. Really great job right there from Sierra Tursich, letting that ball run through, but Huber gets to it before she can. And now Fowler and Roberts connect. Good thought by Lindgren. The Knights with some good one-touch passing right now, finding each other. McKechnie on the double team and unable to do anything productive with that ball. However, the Knights do have the throw in, and Maddie Leal will look for her teammates. She goes down the line. Now throw in for the Pride, and Habik will look down. Strong throw. Not able to get it to her foot was Huber. Schnabel wanted to do a little bit more with that ball, but they'll still retain possession with the throw in. Good ball on goal by Habik. Smart play. She just needed a runner onto that. Bloxham controlling that, not giving up any kind of rebound. Not really a hard ball to handle. Leal and Huber not able to have the right plan. Same idea. Neither on the same page. But Habik really creates the most opportunities for this team all season long as well as this game. Fowler with a lot of time is her teammates. The opposition there, the Pride, just standing and watching her, giving all the time in the world to handle that ball. Gordon is onside, But that ball is going to run harmlessly out of bounds. Smart play from Hemmons. Looks like Coach Dahl will continue to rest the legs of McKenna Winterton as the Knights protect this 2-goal lead. Smart ball there. Very good weight on that ball from Mathis. Huber gets shoulder to shoulder with Sierra Tersic. Could have been a penalty called. It was not. However, the first corner of the afternoon for the Pride is awarded. So we'll see how the Pride handle this. They put a lot of players right now into the box. 7 players in the box. Up above the 6. Knocked out. Ooh. Players collide. I think that was number 10, Carissa Rogau, colliding with Gordon. Did a great job kicking that ball out, putting her body on the line to get that ball well outside the box. Good job from her. Took a shoulder to the chest. Looks like it just knocked the air out of her. She's back up. The Knights are going to have a corner here. All started with that excellent play from Gordon. She did a good job getting that ball on her head, and then the ball pushed up the field. Tried to have a clearance from the back line and just not able to get it past Kaya Lindgren. Now Lindsay Fox corrals the corner, and she'll get all of her players upfield as the first 10 minutes for the second half have expired. Good up and down play. A little more exciting than the last 10 minutes of the first half. Good stuff from the Pride. They've been having the ball down at this defensive third of the Knights. Gordon now getting chased down by Hemmons. Good job staying on the ball. She'll keep it in. She'll let it run out, and it'll be a corner for the Knights. Smart play from Cassandra Gordon. No worse for the wear. Looks like she's going to come back, be at full strength. Tough player. Cooney Lyles puts the ball in high into the box, off the head of Lindgren. Still over there in the corner, but it'll be cleared away. Dangerous opportunity. Maddie Leal controls the ball, finds Thomas, and they'll reset. Good play, good calm possession from Leal. This is dangerous. One-on-one. And Fowler just a little too slow, a little too late, understanding the space that was available for her to run onto. Smart play by Lindgren, though. That was good negative open space for her. That was a great job from Skylar Mathis getting on that ball, because if Tea Tantauli is able to get there first, she was on her left foot in a good spot to take a shot, and she has a really strong left foot. Welcome everybody watching from across the country as Gordon takes that shot, puts it harmlessly into the hands of Lindsay Fox, but a really nice idea. Like to challenge Fox a little bit more, get it maybe to the back post, but she had space, and the Pride should not give that kind of space to take that kind of shot. They need to close that out and put a little more pressure on the offensive player, because that was hard And she's a really good athlete that can take advantage of that situation. Just needs to put that ball in a little bit different spot. I know we have families from all across the country, both for the Knights and for Greensboro. We welcome you. Hopefully you're enjoying this match. I know if you're wearing crimson or white right now, you're probably enjoying it a little bit more, but Greensboro is making a strong showing of themselves. They've had opportunities, and even both goals were a bit unlucky, generated from positive play by the Knights, but not necessarily plays that had to end in goals. The defense for Greensboro is very solid. Smart players. They work together well. Leal with an unfortunate throw in, and Habek will put that ball. She puts it right to the knee of Maddie Leal, who deflects it to Thomas. And that connection doesn't work, but the team's just trading turnovers here. Tersic trying to use her speed to run that ball down. A good find. Believe that was the forward Schnabel. Looking for that diagonal ball to her teammate. The ball is out of bounds, and we'll get a substitution as Tersic comes out. And her teammate, number 20, Svea Ekstrand, subs back in. Svea is a sophomore, 5'4", from Mabane, North Carolina, Burlington Christian Academy. And Elise Huber with a really smart play, cutting off that throw-in. The Knights are bringing a lot of people back in defense on these out-of-bounds and set plays. Gordon gets double-teamed, tries to find McKechnie, who was switching places with Lindgren on that run. Gets pushed down, and the referee will give this free ball to Teya Tanatauli. A lot of fun to say. It has an N sound in it. However, there are no N's in the name. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but she told me. The G is an N. Opportunity for the Knights. Fowler off the crossbar. Then a great save from Lindsay Fox. What a great recovery from Fox. Fowler had a golden opportunity to put a stamp on this game and really put it out of reach. Unable to find the back of the cage on two shots. Played really well. First one deflected off the post as Jamie Fox got her hand on it. And then it may have gone off. The second shot, I think, went off. It did. It went off the face of the defender, Kiara Hemmons. Kiara doing yeoman's work, standing in, taking that shot. Great job from her. Team effort from the Pride's back line. Good first save from Lindsay Fox, really getting her hand on that ball. Far shot outside the box, about 15 yards. From Habek. It is her want to put balls like that into the goalie, onto the goal, and seeing what they can. Nice diagonal ball as Fowler running onto this. She takes a great shot, although the spacing and hands of Lindsay Fox shut down that shot from Lauren Fowler. Lauren Fowler with 3 really great opportunities in the last 30 seconds. Lindsay Fox and her team are up to the task. Oh, great turn from Lindgren. Fox comes out. Lindgren shoots just wide, misses right as Fox had come out. Couldn't decide whether to play the ball or to stay on her line. She stopped about halfway, and Lindgren had two choices: pop it over the top or shoot for the far post. She chose to go for the far post and puts it about 8 feet wide. Might have been better served to try to pop it over the top. That takes a lot of touch and skill, which she has, but the far post was open as well. The Knights with 3 really dangerous opportunities in the last 2 minutes. I feel like the Pride are lucky to only be down 2 right now. The Knights now with 8 shots on goal. Maddie Lill trying to get that cross off, and she does. It runs past the heel of Lindgren. Lindgren has a beautiful goal early in the season, a backheel goal as the ball came at her. She was posted up at the top of the 6, a beautiful backheel goal. Tries to do the same thing there. Knights will come in now with Abby Paulson and Jamie Kovac, subbing in for Fowler, who did a great job in the last 2 minutes, as well as I believe Cassandra Gordon is out. This ball will remain Knights' ball. Ball goes out to a land. She's looking for Roberts. Robert trying to one-touch it. Good opportunity right there for Kaya Lindgren. Tries to find the upper left corner of that goal, but Lindsay Fox with the diving save and the control, giving up no rebounds. She's a major part of why this Pride defense has only given up 2 goals in the last 6 games. Sorry, 3 goals in the last 6 games. But last 3 games, only 1 goal each, and then the 2 games before that, they had a clean sheet. So the freshman goalkeeper, Lindsay Fox, is a bright and shining star out of Statesville, North Carolina, North Iredell High School. She's going to be really good for a long time for Coach May. Couple substitutes now coming on. Number 13, who had the unfortunate deflection in the first half. That's Taylor Harrison. And also number 12 coming on, Haley Russell Jr. from Suffolk, Virginia. Taya Tantauli will sub in for Roberts. Anna Roberts doing a great job. She's a freshman from Orem, Utah. She's a biochem major. I'm sure Mom, Candace, Dad, Ryan out there, maybe even Grandma Roberts watching. She's a captain on this team, loves to be outside, which this is an awesome place to do that. Nestled in the valley of the Blue Ridge Mountains, Skyline Drive, just a stone's throw away from Southern Virginia University campus. Oddly, she loves sharks. She was a standout at Mountain View High School. And she cheers appropriately for Man City, although it feels like maybe cheering a little bit for, I don't know, the Patriots or the Lakers or something, but they are such a fun team to watch. So Greensboro now only down 2 goals. I say only because the last 3-4 minutes was furious action and opportunities for the Knights, and no goals came of it. So 2 goals is always feeling like it's something you can overcome. In soccer, you get one and you're right there. So, the next goal really feels like it's the one that will determine the fate of the game. If Greensboro can come down with a goal here, it puts a lot of pressure on the Knights, and then they can start sending players forward and really trying to develop more of an offensive situation with numbers and long balls. Anytime you're only down by 1, blocks them, comes out, plays that ball, throws it to Maddie Leal, who smartly looks to go up the wing to Cooney Lyles, but just not connecting with her. Smart play by the freshman. Looking to go to the only senior on the team, which is Maddie Lyles out of Nephi, Utah. Enjoys spending time with her husband, Gunnar Lyles, lacrosse player on the Knights men's lacrosse team. Also spent some time with the Knights football team. Really good athlete. Hopefully we can get a little Lyles or two coming to play for the Knights in about 18 or 20 years. I'll start recruiting right away. If you are interested in exploring more of what it would be like to be a Knights athlete or just want to come play, turnover there by Kovac. Nice ball put to the foot of, not sure who that was. That was a great opportunity, one of the best opportunities they had. I think, though, the flag was up. Yeah, it was. That was Dominique Harris who had the opportunity to shoot, but the flag was up. And we also have a substitute coming in. Kovac with a really bad turnover right there. She tried to put that ball back in front of her. And I think that was Carissa Rogau, who had a chance to shoot or pass. I'm not sure how the flag would have been up right there. Go back and look at it. No, I don't know. There was no flag up right there. That was a great job from Carissa Rogau to find the pass as well. But I think they got to do more with it. This is just, you can see why they've had a hard time coming to find the back of the net. Just a bit missing on the connections. It's not far, but definitely need to clean that up if they want to be able to be in games, because you are going to give up goals at times, no matter how stout your defense is. You've got to be able to score. Even though soccer is overall a defensive game, a game of opportunities and percentages, just trying to get yourself as many as you can, just not enough of those and not capitalizing on them as well as they could. Nice touch in, but blocks him, comes up, plays off her line. That was a really great job by Dominique Harris, making a mark. First time in the game, and she's making a mark, really doing well. She started the last game against Mary Wash. Watching that game, I think Coach May probably wanted a little more activity out of her. And if he did, she's definitely delivering right now. There's a bit of a fight right there between Cooney Lyles and Greensboro midfielder. Fullback Kiara Hemmons. Player who took that last opportunity from Lauren Fowler off the dome to save a goal. Now, under 20 minutes, 18 and change left in this contest. Habak with that long ball. Contested from both Knights and Pride. Again, 50-50. The pressure from Jones caused Tersic to kick that ball out of bounds. And we'll have a substitute as Kaya Lindgren comes out. The first time today we see Haley Reeves the sophomore from Spanish Fork, Utah. Haley's a photography major, played at Maple Mountain High School in Spanish Fork, or just Spanish as the locals call it. Some great fly fishing out of Spanish Fork Canyon. Highly recommend it. Not quite as crowded as fishing on the Provo River out of Provo Canyon. Made it a goal to get a fly fishing reference in today. No, I'm just kidding, but anytime you have a fly fishing reference, you're going to have a good day. Tantauli plays onto that ball. Touch was a little heavy as she was looking to try to get her teammate, Haley Reeves, running onto that ball. The Knights playing now with a good number of subs in. However, Ella Thomas, stalwart on the back line, is still in. Kovac with a lot of speed. I suspect coach has talked to her about not pushing forward quite as much, something that she's doing really well now, though she's making an overlap run as I say that. And a high ball that Thomas will just put out of bounds as the defense of the Knights recover. It's a give and take. When you're up by 2, do you want to keep the pressure on? Do you want to keep pushing for goals? Clearly Kovac does, as substitute in now for the Pride. Coming in is Skylar Molnar, freshman, 5'10", tall player out of Virginia Beach, Princess Anne High School. Knights also subbing in, bringing in a couple players. Here on the left side is Kimi Kanakoa out of Hawaii, Waimea High School. Also coming in is number 13, Bella Anderson, a freshman from Utah. Great job there from Paulson to control that ball. Coach still going to want to have the same kind of connection and control as he would expect out of his starters. And he's going to keep pushing these backups. This is the second time that the backups have been able to get in and play significant minutes. Did the same thing at the end of the Emory and Henry game. Nice deflection from the newly entered player for the Pride. That's Skylar Molnar, putting the pressure on the Knights. We're now under 15 minutes left in the game. Nice control from Bella Anderson. A little bit crowded over there. Knights need to open up a little bit, create more opportunities for passing lanes. Tanatauli was dispossessed there from Russell. And a bit of a dangerous moment. The Knights able to clear it down. Ekstrand was running onto that ball and had a great chance if she could have been first to it. Have a nice left-footed shot opportunity. Looking over the stats right now, you'll see that the Knights, again, dominating play in terms of time of possession and overall shooting. The Knights have 13 shots with 9 on goal, slowed down a little bit in the last 10 or 12 minutes. Good cross. That was a great job from Ekstrand running onto that ball, and she puts the ball off the head of the Knights defender, and now they'll have a Corner kick that Habek will come and take. She's got a great foot, good control, good power. She could go low and hard with this. She's got the foot to do that. Looks like, though, the way that Greensboro is setting up, they're going to want to put this up high to the back post. Goes to the top of the 18, and it runs onto the foot of Harrison. So, yeah, and she just wasn't able to do anything with it. Good try from her. Great ball in from Habek. And the Pride will win a foul right here, and they'll have a set play. Call it 10 yards outside the box, over by the sideline. They have everybody now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players in the box, and that ball put right to the hands of Abby Bloxham. A lot of players running onto that ball, and a nice weight underneath it from Tersic, just put it a little too far to Bloxham. Controlled by Taya Tanta Uli. Bailey Yolande, Tanta Uli. Connecting. All right, now we have, it looked like Ekstrom was going to be able to run onto that ball and just a little bit too far. Mistouched by Kanakoa, and the Knights will play defense now. I had a college roommate, well, actually the next room over in college at Brigham Young University, named Kamaka Kanakoa. I wonder if they're related. One of the largest Hawaiians I've ever been around. Kimi Kanakoa is a really enjoyable player on this team. The ladies on this team really like her. As I mentioned, she's out of Hawaii. Kalaheo, Hawaii, Waimea High School, psychology major. She's also a freshman. She also played volleyball, track and field, junior ROTC. And the women on this team really love her, and she has made specific note in conversation with her how much she enjoys the women on this team. Good job there from McCarthy to get first touch to that goal kick from the Knights. That was really nice control there from Bella Anderson. Now she puts that ball onto Haley Reeves. Haley looking to go to the corner to Kanakoa. She finds Kanakoa running onto that ball, looking to cross. She did get a nice cross off. However, the defensive Brittany Daly was there, deflects it back to Kanakoa, and ball goes out of bounds off Kanakoa. Good connection between these young freshmen. Well, Brittany Daly is a very solid defender. Not the tallest of defenders, 5'3", but she does a great job getting in front of play. She kind of plays more of that center back position. A lot of times those center backs are a little taller. She does have that in her teammate, Kiara Hemmons, but what she lacks in height, she definitely makes up for in her motor. Smart player. She's been there many times today to shut down the pressure and transition of the Knights. Taya Tanatauli trying to get that ball to her left foot and get a good clean shot, unable to do so in terms of getting a really hard, effective shot. It was a shot, but nothing that Lindsay Fox couldn't handle. Ella Thomas wins that 50-50 ball, and now connection as Anderson trying to do a little fancy footwork there. Enough to keep the defender moving backwards and off balance. Great jump there from the right side. Now it's at the foot of the dangerous Logan Schnabel. That was a really good job jumping that pass by Carissa Rogow. A little back and forth here in the middle of the field. Paulson shielding, protecting. Bit of a drop off in the connection right now, but that's to be expected. These are players that haven't played quite as much, not quite as much experience over the course of the season. Still controlling the ball are the Knights, though. As Mathis tries to chase this down, does a good job getting to the ball. The cross is there. Just put a little too shy of the 6. Blocks him there to clean it up, but had it been put a little bit higher, you had Svea Ekstrand running onto that ball. It was a dangerous opportunity. Another chance for Ekstrand to get to that ball, but a little too hard. It will result in a throw-in for the Knights. Ball down the line as Reeves looking to find Tanatauli. Ball deflected. Coming on 6 minutes now left in the second half. The Knights have 2 subs coming back in. Gordon is going to come in for her teammate Kaylee Wardle, and Kaya Lindgren is going to come in for Abby Paulson. Not really the pass, the throw-in that Tanatauli wanted as she threw it from out of bounds to out of bounds. Gordon just selling out. No regard for her body. Same thing for Kaya Lindgren, trying to get onto that ball. Love the athleticism and physical play of both those players. And here Kovac jumps that pass. Smart play. Execution not quite there as she misses the foot of Lindgren, put it a little too far. Again, though, I think you'll see as you watch these Knights, if you're a fan of the Knights, you got to be heartened by what you see. You have players that are very athletic, and as they grow in their timing and teamwork and technical skills, I think you'll see more and more control and effective play. Allen, one of those players that's really shown us. She didn't play in the first several games. That was a good idea from Maddie Staples, who's in playing center fullback. Just not able to connect on the pass again. Smart play. They're playing with their heads up. Which a big difference in the play of the Knights over the last 2 years as Coach Dahl has come to be the head coach is really working with his players to have the confidence on the ball to play with their heads up. Sounds like a no-brainer, but that really has been a bit of the challenge for the Knights as that ball's put a little too far from the foot of Gordon. Tried to chase it down. And I think that's a little bit what Greensboro is missing right now, is finding the connection passes that will allow the build-up. Most of their stuff comes from over-the-top plays and turnovers like this. Knights do not want to turn this ball over in the final third, and that's been a bit of a problem for the Knights where they will turn the ball over and give final third opportunities rather than have a little bit of patience and finding the easier passes. Sometimes it's looking to go far side when it wasn't open or just not having the weight on the ball that they need to have. You don't want to give those opportunities to a player like Skylar Mathis. She can put the ball in the back of the net from 22 yards, 25 yards. So if the Pride want to cut this lead in half, they're going to need to do a little bit more with their players. They're going to need to get 6 or 7 forward on every opportunity. Play with 3 in the back line. Lindgren puts that ball past the foot of Kiara Hemmons, but the speed and strength of Kiara Hemmons wins that out as she shuts down the transition and kicks the ball out. Very solid center back. A big reason why they've only given up a total of 19 goals on the season. And really, it's a bit misleading. There were two games, game 4 and 5, where they gave up 6 goals and 5 goals. And coach quickly got that straightened out. And since then, in the next 6 games, they've only given up 5 goals, less than a goal per game. So, they've really straightened out their defense. And Hemmons is a big part of that. Kanakoa finding the foot of Tantauli, who's going to take a 30-yard shot, a one bouncer to the hands of Lindsey Fox. Under 2 minutes now. Push called by the head referee, and we'll have a set play that Habak is going to take from 5 yards short of midfield. She does have a foot to get this to the box, which she reaches the box, and a nice deflection off the foot of Ekstrand. Bounces around a little bit, and then pseudo shot taken, goes wide right, and Bloxham will take her time, putting that ball at the top of her goal box. 1 minute remaining was the call from the Knights announcer. Paul Monson doing his usual announcing bit. And Bloxham would do well to just run out the next 5-10 seconds. She goes to the far side just to waste a little more time, as is common in the soccer game. She goes short. Gordon with the ball, but puts it out of bounds as she looked to get the connection to Kanakoa. 10 seconds left in the match now. The countdown comes. Ball goes out, and Habak with the quick throw in, but nothing will come of it. So the Knights walk away with another 2-0 victory. Their second in a row. The 4th straight game of scoring 2 goals. One of those games ending in a loss, but the last 3 are wins. Love to having Greensboro Pride come and visit, and playing through a little bit of a rainstorm, but it subsided at halftime, and it was beautiful soccer weather. The Knights now advance to a very respectable 3-1 in the conference, 7-3-2 overall on the year. Goals from Cooney Lyles and an own goal from the Greensboro Pride, what got us to this 2-0 game. The Knights will have an opportunity to rest just a little bit, as their game on Saturday the 9th, in 3 days, will be at Pfeiffer at 1 p.m. Love to having the production of Craig Reese, the camera work of Preston Rodriguez. We appreciate all you that reached out and joined us here from across the country, including our Greensboro guests. Hopefully we have a lot of fans joining us, not just this week, which I think we had some of the most spectators we've had on our YouTube stream. But we have 2 more home games, one on the 15th of October against Methodist. Will be a big game. Methodist currently in the East USA South East Division is 3-0. They were also picked to finish number 1 in the conference. So that will be a huge game for the Knights. Again, that's the next home game that we'll have on the 15th. And then that's Friday. And then on the following Wednesday, Salem will be a 4 o'clock game. That Methodist game is a 5 p.m. game. Hopefully you will join us. And again, I'm Scotty Winterton, and we appreciate you joining us here at Knight Stadium on the Knight Sports Network. Have a good evening and God bless.